All about getting better on defense.
We know the first quarter definitely wasn't Laker basketball, Laker defense, and we just had some breakdowns. We had some breakdowns, but it took a quarter for us to kind of figure it out. Not saying that we fully figured them out because it's too early in the series to say that, but we started to get a better feel, started to get a better rhythm defensively. We started to get some stops in that second quarter and able to build that lead up going into halftime.
This is an opponent we all greatly respect, save for the comebacks, we respect what they're capable of doing on both ends of the floor. But to see them go 3-1 back-to-back series, I don't think it's ever been done in the history of the NBA. Just shows that this is an historic type of resilient team.
They only shot 42% in that quarter, but they went to the foul line 24 times in one quarter, 24 times in a quarter. How do we defend without fouling? We're not going to beat that team by putting them on the foul line 37 times.
They just controlled the game in the first half, and LeBron does a great job of pushing the pace when he wants to and making those runs seem bigger than they are. But like I said, we just got to stick with it. We were as bad as we played in the first half. We were only down 11, so we were right there, and we weren't even playing at our best basketball. So we just take care of some of the detail stuff that we watched the film today. I think we won't have to come back in the fourth quarter as much.
Well, you heard Jamal Murray say it. Push the pace is something the Nuggets wanted to do, but it's the Lakers that did it in Game 1. You see the fast break points, 16 of them, those 33 assists, most this postseason. LeBron James and Rajon Rondo combined for 21 of those 33 assists. Karan, you've seen the Lakers all season. They came out determined to push the pace in Game 1.
I mean, you want to take away the confidence, right from the jump. And I think they did a remarkable job defensively, one, and then also connecting on outside shots. And we know that they're more than capable of controlling the paint. But as you're going to see right here, look at the defensive prowess right here. LeBron securing the rebound. We've been talking about this for 17 years and counting. Him going downhill and guys running and spacing the floor. This time, KCP. Excellent job. Getting to a location, staying there, not clogging up the real estate, and knocking down the shot. Laker defense, Danny Green coming over, 1-1000, 2-9 position. LeBron going downhill again, getting into the teeth of the defense. Easy finish, no shot blocking ability, none whatsoever with that lineup of the Denver Nuggets that they had out there. Gang defense, Rondo comes up with the ball. They run, they secure the basketball. LeBron's looking for the post up. Everyone identifies that. Rondo, with his offensive prowess and understanding as a pure point guard, with all that attention and eyes on LeBron, he finds an open Morris. And then once again, look at this. 1, 2, 3, Lakers. All identified. Look at that length. It's the Dwight Howard AD, throws the football pass. That offense is definitely needed by the Chicago Bears. They do not have a quarterback. Excellent pass by AD. Easy two. And then once again, the defense on the opposing end, LeBron comes down, 2 hands for safety and a safe landing. And that's after tweaking his ankle somewhat in the course of the game early. He was still able to finish that strong.
Sam, the words that Karan used there, first of all, taking a shot at the Bears was hilarious because we know he's a Green Bay Packers fan, so there's that. But, Sam, bigger than the box score, the two guys I want to focus on with you, Rajon Rondo and Dwight Howard, the KG vets that have played in big games in their careers. You talk about being bigger than the box score. You see it's 7 points, 9 assists for Rondo, 13, 3, and 2 blocks for Dwight, but they played much larger than those stats would suggest.
Yeah, these two guys have played the best basketball I've seen in 5 years from both of them. Dwight Howard, first of all, what he's doing in pick and roll defense, look, he's playing two guys. He's stopping the initial penetration by the point guard, and then he's getting able to get back to Nikola Jokic and be physical with him. And then you look at Rajon Rondo, the way he controls the tempo when they put the ball in his hand, his defense, he's keeping the pace going. These two veteran players are playing like they found the fountain of youth because Dwight Howard blocking shots, scoring, Rondo leading the break, getting to the paint, finishing, knocking down wide open shots. This is some extra bonus play that Frank Vogel could not have depended on this late in the season. But these two guys right here, man, they're going to be the reason why the Lakers right now playing with such confidence and so much depth. When you have those guys playing the way they're playing, and then you look at the ability to use your fouls smartly. When you go back and look at the game, the Lakers and Nuggets were almost even in fouls, but it's the type of fouls you commit. Denver was fouling the Lakers in the act of shooting. The Lakers were using their fouls when they wasn't in bonus, being physical, knocking guys off their spot, keeping them in front. So this is going to be an interesting matchup tonight to see how the Denver Nuggets adjust to the refereeing, and then if the Lakers can keep their pace going and keep their physicality on this young Denver Nuggets team.
And also trying to figure out how to slow down one Anthony Davis. We forget, because he's such a decorated player, Karan, that this was his first Western Conference Finals game. And look at that elite list. Lou Alcindor, also known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Oscar Robertson, Wilt Chamberlain, Dirk Nowitzki, only guys to put up 35 points, 10 rebounds in their first career Conference Finals playoff game. Karan, you played with that last guy, Dirk Nowitzki, who did it 17 years ago. AD had that jumper working, kind of like Dirk in game one.
Hey, listen, he's a guy that's a 7-footer pretty much that can go out there and put the ball on the floor. He can ISO you. He's quick enough. He's fast enough. He's explosive enough that every time that he faces up, it's just pretty much a mismatch. I don't know no one at that size actively out there healthy that can guard him. And it's a mismatch every night. And I think the Lakers have identified that and recognizes that. And, you know, people are talking a lot of noise about the MVP. Giannis was hands down the MVP of the regular season. Let's not get that twisted. LeBron is the best player on the planet. But also with the addition of Anthony Davis to the Los Angeles Lakers, averaging 26, 9, and 3, or whatever the case may be, I think that he is and should have strong consideration for some MVP talks, because the way that he dominated, the way that he kind of revamped the culture here in Los Angeles, he's done wonders. And you know what? He's a pleasure to play with, and he's so young still.
Yeah, Anthony Davis leading the Lakers in points, field goal percentage, rebounds, and blocks. Karan, that speaks to your point. But Nikola Jokic played just 25 minutes. That's the fewest minutes he's played in a postseason game this year. Jamal Murray played 29 minutes. Why? Because both of them had 3 fouls in the second quarter, and the Lakers really went right after those guys, Sam. So how do they correct that to make sure that their star players stay on the court?
Well, first of all, those two guys got to play defense with their feet, stop playing with their hands. Second, offensively, they got to create some space. Right there, when the Joker set those screens, he can't move, he can't hit, and he can't get into all that buffoonery with Dwight Howard. The referees in this series are looking for all those little tricks, all the little hooks, getting into guys, taking their space away from them, not letting them come down vertical. So if I'm the Joker and Jamal Murray, I'm going to focus on basic basketball. When the Joker sets their high screen and roll, if I was him, I would pop. Murray's got to be aggressive, north and south, attack. And once you get Dwight Howard to engage, or those bigs engage, now you move the ball and you force the Lakers to play 2-on-3 on the weak side.
Well, certainly the Denver Nuggets trying to come back in this series. They've done it twice already, 3-1 in their last 2 rounds. First team to ever do that. There's another Butler in Miami. We know Karan was drafted by the Heat, but it's Jimmy Butler's time.